Here you can see our PVA stick once it's been cast out, sinking down to the bottom in about 6 feet of water. Now it's about 2 minutes before that PVA starts to break down and the pack bait swells up and spreads out. You know, the pack bait's only been out there a couple of minutes, just like before the carp find it, move in, and start to take a mouthful and have a taste. Now this particular common came back a couple of times to sample and taste the baits. Now sadly, after this common had had a couple of mouthfuls, and he decided he wasn't interested in eating it anymore. Now here we can see him coming back, having a look, and then leaving. Now it's hard to say if he's seeing that bright yellow and red pop up and deciding, not for me. You know what the video shows us quite clearly as well is the line layer, that braided hook link is pretty terrible. You know, it's pretty much up there off the bottom, so we obviously need to use some tungsten putty to pin it down better in future. So after that common, I'd sampled the bait a few times and they swam off and didn't come back. All that we did see over the next 20 minutes was a whole bunch of rainbow trout who came in and were pecking at the bait. So without any further carpy action, then we reeled it back in, got it cast back out to a different spot in about 12 feet of water this time, and hoped that'd bring a change in fortune. Again, that bait had been out there about 4 or 5 minutes after the PVA broke down before the carp found it, and once again got tucked in having a sample. You can see a school of shad swimming by. And the bait's been out there about 20 minutes now when this particularly battle-scarred smaller carp comes back in and starts really chowing down. He enthusiastically was hoovering up the bait. I have some of my favourite footage here when this big 20 plus beautiful common comes in, gliding across and feeding on the pack. Now the big common and the little battle-scarred chap definitely seem to be buddies and were hanging about in the air after quite some time of feeding together. Now, we had a hard time figuring out why we never got a run here, but then a close look at the footage showed us that the actual hook bait by now was totally buried in the soft gravel and silt at the bottom. And the actual pop-up we were using probably should have been maybe an inch higher up off the bottom to avoid it getting itself completely buried. Also quite interesting, as soon as the big commoners left, the smaller carp was joined by a whole bunch of other carp of a similar size, and between them, in about 15 minutes, they mowed down what was left of the pack bait. Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the subscribe button on the right side of the screen and you'll never miss a future episode. If you want to see more of our content, you can click below. On the left, there's a link to our main CarpQuest YouTube channel. In the middle, my video demonstrating how I make the panko and panko oats pack baits. And on the right, the CarpQuest episode showing the pop-ups I use in action. Again, thanks for watching and have a great day.